Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big welcome to every single person here. It's a pleasure to have you. My name is Dr. KOA. I'm a lecturer, I'm a professor in university in Ghana. I'm also a visiting professor in Warwick University and Leicester University, De Montfort University in Leicester. I'm also a visiting professor in Johannesburg University. It's my pleasure to welcome you here and to show you how you could be part of this incredible journey of GotBackUp, which is currently in 148 countries. I'm one of the board of directors of this organization, and it is changing the lives of many people all over the world. It's a US organization, and it is affecting many lives. Where will you be in the next 5 years? Where will you be a year from now? Would you be controlling your time or controlling your income or controlling how your tomorrow could be? A lot of people enter the year with high hopes. Research shows that by the 8th of the year, people's hopes are gone. You see, by the 8th of the year, the reality become real. Everything that they had from that 31st to the 1st is gone. Because they somersault into a routine and a quagmire of mediocrity, and people begin to accept the condition as it is. And that is partly because they enjoy too much in the beginning of the year or towards the end of the year. They send a lot of lovely messages to friends and families, hoping that things will be better, but not creating things to be better. If you want a better life, you design it, you create it. Genesis 1:1, it says that God created. He used a Hebrew word, ora, okay, which means, in a formative process. So even God had a rough beginning. Did you realize that? In Genesis chapter 1, verse 2, he had a rough beginning. The earth was bata. So he had to take time to prepare the earth. Took a longer time to prepare the earth. So why is it that the beginning of God was not really great? And he has to take his time to now separate the light from the darkness before we have day and night. Make his time and then do all of that. Why? Create is not physical, it's mental. Make is physical. So create, that's why when we say someone is creative, it means that a person has a mental reality. But make is a physical manifestation of the invisible reality. So you are created in the image of a creator whose creativity in his creation is creative. And so you can create your life the way you want your life to be. You can create it. You can design it mentally and manifest it physically. But we can't hope alone. We have to create. Work-life balance, we have to create. Positive mindset, we have to create. The kind of life we want for our family, we need to create that. And GotBackUp helps everyone, the average person, to be able to reach that creative point and manifesting that creative point. It's empowering every single person. Doesn't matter your age, your family, your life, your color, it doesn't matter. Every single person all over the world. It started in 1997. It was originally for companies. It's a cloud storage computing system originally for companies. It was not for individuals. But now, just 2023, April, it began properly for everyone on the earth. It's situated in the US, Texas, and it's now seated on a 10,000 square feet data center. It is flying. It's now in 148 countries because of two things that are trending. The first thing that is trending is that many people are using their mobile phones more than ever before to do so many things. There are more mobile phones than there are human beings. 15 billion smartphones exist every time. This year, the number of smartphones will be 18 billion. Tesla phone is being released as we speak. Tesla, a new phone, is going to change and revolutionize the entire technology world. As the phones are increasing, in fact, research shows that today alone, so many people will take pictures and videos more than ever before. Today. People will send 4K videos. And as we do that, the phones, the storage capacity begin to build up. And as the capacity build up, okay, the memory space, the space begin to grow. And so we need to find a way to store the files. Our phones, our actual data cannot handle it. That is why we have cloud storage department. We have Dropbox, we have Google Drive, we have iCloud, we have WeTransfer, we have OneCloud, we have all of these. The cloud storage industry in 2025 would generate 166 billion. 2025. And by 5 years, 2030, the industry alone will be creating an amount of $500 billion, almost $500 billion. See, $500 billion in 1 year, in 5 years. This is an industry that I work with. The owner of GotBackUp is part of this industry, and he wants to take over the entire industry by making everything easily accessible to you and I. Joel, Therion, Mike Podwin, these are the engineers of the GotBackUp, and they are part of the $1 billion industry right now. That's the thing. The second thing is that and it's still within the cloud storage. So many people are addicted to their phone. 88% of you will never leave the house without having your phone. If you forget, you'll go back. Yesterday, you looked on your phone screen 160 times, maybe even 200 times because of the holiday. Today, you will look on your phone screen 160 times today. We'll do that. You use the phone, the first thing you pick when you wake up from the bed. The phone is the last thing you put down when you're going to bed. You use it for TV, for radio, for internet, for call, for so many things. That phone has become an addiction to many people. And yet many people are not protecting the data until their phone is lost, until the screen is cracked. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. A laptop is stolen every 43 seconds. A phone is stolen every 43 seconds. And when that happens, the person will tell you, my problem is not with the phone, my problem is with the data. You see, the data or the information on the phone is more important than the phone. And so we need to back them up. And GotBackUp right now provides that solution in a certain way that no other company, not even Google Drive or Dropbox or iCloud, provides that facility I'm about to show you. That's the first trend. The second trend, globally, everyone is working from home. So many people are earning at least $1,000 on their phone. Research shows that if you are having a mobile phone and you are not making $1,000 a month on your mobile phone, you are misusing the phone. Just think about it. 62% of Generation Z are generating income all from their phone. So many people are even stopping universities and trying to use the phone to do multiple things. Jonas, Glass and Kwan, this gentleman is insulting presidents and kings because that is how he sees he can reach the world. And he is making thousands and thousands of dollars. He has over 1 million followers. He has more followers than GTV. He has more followers than TV3 phone to do whatever you can as long as it's genuine, and then you can generate income. Afia Schwarzenegger has over 1 million followers, and it doesn't matter what she's doing, people are following her, making over $10,000 a month. The Juju people are on social media. You are not on social media. The Juju people are looking for people to subscribe to their knowledge. You are a doctor, you are a lawyer, you are an engineer, you are a banker, okay? And yet you are not teaching people to tap into your knowledge. You are a housewife, you are a hairdresser, you are a fashion designer, you are not employed, and yet you are not even teaching people the dangers and the horror of being unemployed. You are not telling anybody. Your value is tucked inside you. No one knows about it. But what you don't know is that whatever you can do, you can teach. If you're a teacher, you can teach what you are teaching because you are doing it. If you're a lawyer, you can teach what you're teaching because you're doing it. Okay, whatever you can do, you can teach. How can you be a lawyer? How can you be an accountant? And then you're just sitting in the office all the time instead of teaching that accounting knowledge to the world. That value must command. That value must command its own returns. You see, the thing is that you don't have a mentor who will guide you. And here we have over 300 mentors who will train you, guide you for free on how to navigate around an issue, how to bring your value to the marketplace to command its own returns. This year, you cannot sit down and not make $1,000 a month. The businessmen and women are the movers and shakers of the economy. Kwame Despite is not a professor. Coco King is not a doctor. Kennedy Japan is not a professor. Dangote is not a professor. Bill Gates is Harvard's most successful dropout. No first degree. And yet his income is more than a country's GDP. Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, why do you think he went from Facebook to buy Instagram and WhatsApp? It's a technology. He's among the top 10 billionaires in the world. Another second Harvard most successful dropout. We go to school, we learn all right, we think it's great, it's fantastic. However, unfortunately, the kind of things sometimes we learn in school do not help us. Unnecessary things, tan theta, cos theta, pi r square, the path of a grasshopper, things you don't use in real life, trigonometry. Instead of teaching people, in fact, the worst of all is business schools. The Harvard Business School does not teach people how to run a business, how to create and run a business. The University of Ghana Business School does not teach people how to create and run a business. How can we be a professor of a business and you don't even own a business? The Israelites were businessmen and women. It was their godly right to be business. Business is from God. In Genesis chapter 13, verse 2, Abraham was wealthy because he was a businessman, animal husbandry, and a crop farming. His son, Isaac, was a multi-millionaire because he was a businessman. Jacob was a businessman. He fought for blessing from an angel and became a businessman. Joseph was the second most important person in Egypt, the prime minister of agriculture. He was a businessman. During the time of 7 years of famine, he was doing business and selling to the people, to the point that the people have to put their lives on the line. There's a book called The Jewish Phenomenon. The Jews make up about 2% of the US population. They control the 47% of the wealth in the country. Every Jew in the US is more or less a multi-millionaire. The Jews took their knowledge from the Israelites. Right after the slavery, no more. You got to own a business. In Exodus, the land was dedicated not to be sold ever, but to be used for a business. The Jewish phenomenon will teach you that the Jews are all businessmen and women. In London here, they own most of the buildings, the stadia, and other places. Do you know the Lebanese in Africa? The Lebanese are the owners of the businesses. Their origin, their connection is from the Jews. King Solomon was a businessman. King David was a businessman. King David was $900 billion. He was a businessman. King Solomon was $3.3 trillion today. If he was around, he was a businessman. You cannot live without having a business. Even if you are the greatest employee, the manager of your country, you got to own a business. That is why most politicians, when they go into politics, the first thing they want to do is to have a business. It's not about money. You don't need money to start a business. Always remember, if money is your issue to start a business, you don't understand the principle of business. Anyway, we teach you that, ladies and gentlemen. We guide your thought process. Hosea 4:6, it says, lack of knowledge, people are destroyed. People are struggling. They are perishing. And each time, everything you are trying to do is not working, what it means is that you lack the requisite knowledge to navigate around the issue. And that is why we teach you that. We guide you. We help you in GotBackUp. You will cross-fertilize ideas with several great minds that will help you to raise your mental gymnastics to the highest apogee. GotBackUp helps to leverage this two global trends, and that is why we are here. Let's look at it carefully. It started in April 2023. It's not 2 years old yet. It will be 2 years old in 4 months. It's in 148 countries. It started in America in April. It came to Ghana in July. It went to Cuba last month. What is GotBackUp? If you have ever used Google Drive, iCloud, Dropbox, there's something common about them. They all help you to back up your digital life, everything about your company or about yourself, pictures, videos, documents, files, music, anything, you can back these things up into the cloud. That is what is called data. Data is oil. Data is gold. Artificial intelligence is a new electricity in the world. And AI depends fully, 100% on data. I teach machine learning and deep learning and robotic engineering. Okay? And it is important. In fact, 181 zettabytes of data are generated this year. This 2025, 181 zettabytes will be generated a day. A day. Do you know how much data Netflix is generating a day? It's crazy. And we need a place to store them. The difference between GotBackUp and Google Drive, GotBackUp and iCloud, GotBackUp and Dropbox is that GotBackUp offers unlimited devices of up to 6 people. Let's look at some of the differences. If you have to pay with iCloud for 6 terabytes, you have to pay a lot of money. And the amount you pay is $418 if you have iCloud per year. You pay $418 for 6 terabytes for iCloud. But for that same 6 terabytes, you pay only $99.97 for GotBackUp. So GotBackUp is cheaper, 4 times cheaper. Dropbox is more. It's also paying more, $360. I've been using Dropbox for 13 years. And over those 13 years, I suggested to a lot of people to use it, 89 people. For 13 years, I was paid $0. Google Drive, you pay $302 for 6 terabytes for 5 people. So if you look at all of these, GotBackUp is cheaper, way cheaper. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it offers more benefits than these ones. And I'm about to show you some of them. It will blow your mind away. And yet it gives you the cheaper. In terms of space, look at it. They are all 6 terabytes, 6 terabytes, 6 terabytes, 6 terabytes, 6 terabytes. And yet GotBackUp is the cheapest of all of them. Why? You see that pretty soon. GotBackUp has more benefits than just the price. Look at it. If you take the operating system of iCloud, see, when you take iCloud, you can only use iCloud on an iPhone. That's how it works. You cannot use iCloud on a Windows laptop. You cannot use iCloud on a Windows phone, but you can use GotBackUp on that. You cannot use iCloud. You can use GotBackUp on an Android phone. You can use it on a Linux computer. You can use GotBackUp on the Ubuntu computer. You can use GotBackUp on iPhone, on iCloud, you can use it on any device in the world. The operating system does not matter. And you can automatically back up your files, set it up, forget it. It will automatically be doing all of that. You can access your files anywhere in the world. The security is top notch. It's 256. Advanced encryption standard. It's a patented security, a military grade encryption. The same security system the CIA, the MIS, and the Russian Secret Service uses to encrypt and protect files. Sometimes when you go to US government situation like the wet list, they will write top secret. You will never have access to it. If somebody is using GotBackUp, your data is secure. That's what it means. It's encrypted, it's secure. Nobody can penetrate it. 256 military grade has never been cracked. In fact, 128 has never been cracked. So to say 256 will be hacked is impossible. And the data center is in the US. It is seated on a 10,000 data center. In case there is tsunami, tornado, hurricane, typhoon, anything, and the entire building collapses, your data is backed up in multiple data centers, third-party data centers across the world. And when you have files, pictures, if you have pictures, you can do several, picture editing, multiple picture editing software. You can do that there. If you have picture editing, you can do that. You can do video editing. You can collaborate your document and share with several people without having any problem at all doing that. You can. But there's more. iCloud doesn't pay you. Okay. You can use GotBackUp to do bulk emailing. You can set up one email and send it to 100,000 people at a go. Everybody will get the same message at the same time, and yet none of them will think that you sent it to several others, because there is an email personalization that will automatically personalize the message that will make the person feel that this message was sent to me. It will mention the person's name. I'll give you an example here. So if you look down here, you will see that down here, I've written a message that I use an artificial intelligence algorithm. This algorithm is already inside here. All you have to do is to click and the whole thing here will be written. Instead of saying, hello, Kofi, I said, hello, subscriber's first name. And every subscriber's actual name will be replaced there. It's just crazy. And that's it. Everybody, all the 100,000 people will get their personal names. If you want their full name, you can use their full name. It makes them feel touched, connected to the message. You can automate some of the emails. You can write 5 emails and say that I want this email to go to these people every Monday at 10 o'clock. It will do that for 30 years. Or you can say that I want this email to go to all of these people every December 24th. And every December 24th, the message will leave and it will go to all of these people for over 30 years. I teach students who set up this emailing system for companies and they charge them $20,000, $40,000. And yet, GotBackUp gives you this to run your project, your system for free. You don't pay extra. It's all free. It's part of the packaging that you have. So the thing is that many people are yet to be aware of this. Because if you know the value of this, you will do whatever you can to have it. But that is not all. I said iCloud doesn't pay you. Google Drive doesn't pay you. Dropbox doesn't pay you. Netflix doesn't pay you. DSTV does not pay you. GotBackUp is the only cloud space in the world that pays you. Upon all this, it also pays you. It's not free payment. It is contractual agreement payment. It's not about you selling GotBackUp to people. No, it's not also about that. It's a project, highly organized project with tactics and strategies that will help you make $500 a month if you want, $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month, $500,000 a month. You decide what you want to earn and then you start. But before I tell you about this, please, I want to put a message that what I'm about to tell you is not by force. If you do not want to be part of the project, you can choose to just get the service and that's it. The service is incredible. It's still cheaper than iCloud and Google Drive and Dropbox anyway, and gives collaboration they don't give. It gives emailing systems they don't have anyway. So you still benefit. And so do not use what I'm about to share with you right now regarding the project. Don't use that to think that the service is not good. The service is incredible. Forget about a project. The project I'm about to tell you can also feed you more than your salary. But if you don't want to do it, it's okay. Don't force it. But if you want to do this project, a year from now, you will be tempted to fire your boss. Because it doesn't matter what you do, you will earn more than that. If you stay the course and listen to the leadership and follow what the leadership is telling you, you will do well. Because some of us make more than 3 times our salary. And we have just been around for 1.5 years. Before I tell you about how this project works, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to note something, that you cannot rely on your salary alone. It's tough. Life is hard. Life is difficult. You see, it's hard when you are a father and you are trying to feed a family and you are trying hard to take care of a family and you go and borrow money from somebody. You tell the person you will pay that money. And then when the time comes for the person to, for you to pay, you don't pay. When you promise, you will pay. It's hard. It's hard when your mother is in a hospital or your dad or loved one is in a hospital. Then they call you that they need an emergency, $5,000. Else within 24 hours, he is gone. And you are watching your mother, your father, and watching and then she's gone because you could not have $2,000 or $5,000. Despite all the years of working, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard when you are going to marry and you have nothing. When you start a marriage, you try and look for one house, then you get one chair, then you get one TV, then you get one saucepan, one that, one this, and then one wife. It's hard. It's difficult. So that salary is great, it's wonderful, but it's not really taking care of of key things. Emergency situation is in particular. In fact, some people don't even have savings. Some people are not saving even a quarter of their income. Some people are just from hand to mouth. Have a backup, dark times can come. Have a backup, dark moments can slap you. COVID-19 has shown that you cannot rely on one income source. You can't do it. So that is why these days, most of the Generation Z, the young generation, they are recognizing how to go into, social media activities. What I'm about to show you can support you big time. But you have to erase this whole idea from your mind that what is it? This could be fake, this could be not true, this could be scam. You see, people, when they hear anything that concerns something that will better their life financially, ooh, the word poor is just an acronym. It's not about money. Poverty is a state of the mind, by the way. Poverty is a state of the mind, the same way wealth is a state of the mind. For example, if a person is poor mentally, the person is poor physically. So he does not even do exercise to improve his health. He's also poor in his health. He doesn't take care of his health. He's poor even in his eating. It's not because the food is expensive or it's not expensive. He doesn't eat well. Okay? He doesn't eat food he eats junky. He's also poor financially. He's also even poor health-wise. He's poor spiritually. The same way wealth is multidimensional. If a person is wealthy in the mind, the person is wealthy everywhere. He's wealthy in his health. He takes care of his health. It's not about the perfume he wears. It's about the petty things of taking. In fact, even when that wealthy person is eating, he doesn't eat chocolate. He is very picky. Putting the ingredients, balancing the diet together. He makes sure the vegetables are in it, everything. He makes sure there's some bit of fruit around. His health is wealthy. His spirituality is wealthy. His finance is wealthy. The same energy it takes to be wealthy is the same energy it takes to be poor. It's a distance. Being broke is hard. Being wealthy is hard. Choose your heart. And so what I'm about to share with you can do a lot of great things, but you got to make a decision right now whether your life, not about what I'm about to share with you, no. But look at your life in the mirror. Look at your side. Look at what happened last year. What do you think is going to happen next year? What do you want? What do you want? You're not getting any younger. What do you really want? Do you think what you are doing right now will help you to get what you really want? You got to make a decision. And based on that decision, once you settle on what you want, use the rest of your freaking moment life and do it. And do it well. Because it will reward you. So how does GotBackUp work? How does this project work? It's a very simple approach. All you got to do every day is pick up your phone and call 5 friends. You can do 2 friends, but you got to be doing something every day. Now, if you call them, don't spend more than 1 minute on the call. The moment you spend more than 1 minute on the call, you are wasting their time and you are wasting your time. What will you say to them in a minute? Just tell them you have an incredible news for them. It's so incredible that if they should listen to you, they will thank you. They might want to know what the good news you said you have. They might want to know what it is. Don't tell them yet. Tell them you have experts, doctors, professors, lawyers, okay, engineers, incredible people who will tell them the good news. If they tell you that they don't know what the good news is, so if you're not going to tell them what the good news is, then forget it. Tell them, well, then I don't think you need this anyway. Don't let them bully you because you have the power in your hand. You see, the reason why you don't want to give details of the whole thing to them is that you cannot defend what you are saying because you are starting. You don't have enough knowledge like I have that I can give to them. So yours is to give them the link and let them come here. We will do the heavy lifting for you. If you decide to talk a lot, they're going to ask you questions you cannot answer, and you'll be stuck. And then you would have wasted your time on them and their time on you. Keep it simple. Leonardo da Vinci said that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Keep it simple. KISS. Keep it simple and safe. And that is the way you do. That's it. You do that every day. Now, suppose you pick up the phone. Hey, Kojo, I have some incredible news for you. Would you like to know it today or you want to know it next month? What do you think Kojo is going to say? He's going to say, I want to know it today. Okay, if you want to know it today, I want to give you a Zoom link. If I give you that Zoom link, would you want to look at it? What time is it? Then you give all our times to the person. And then you bring the person here. We will do the rest for you. That's it. Every day, 2 people or 3 people or 4 or 5 people. You choose whichever one you do. I'm telling you, this will not take you more than 2 minutes. And yet, in a year, you would have added an incremental nourishment to your life. When they come, we will educate them. And when they see what they will see, the company will pay you all of these incomes. The income number 1 is paid every day. Income number 2 to 7 is paid every month. Income number 1 is paid within 30 seconds. When will you get that income? Well, when we have spoken to the person has questions, the person asks questions, and then we address those questions, the person is happy. While the person is clear, the person wants to get the GotBackUp. He might even want to do the project. Whether the person decides to do the project or does not even do the project, but only gets the service, whichever one it is, the company will pay you $50 on each person. Imagine you get $50 a day and nothing more. And you get another $50 the next day and nothing more. And this is just income number 1 I'm talking about. Another $50 the next day. By the end of the month, you have $1,500. That is over 22,000 cedis. And on just income number 1, this alone would take care of so many things every month. But remember, it's not going to happen immediately. It will take some time. It will start growing. But if you do this like every day, you will get it every day. That one. But not everybody will do it every day. That's where the problem is. Now, when the other ones come into the picture, the monthly ones, this is daily. But when the other monthly ones come into the picture, you will see that things are bigger. Please remember, you didn't sell to the person. And by the way, we should have a different mindset when it comes to the idea of selling. You are not selling to anybody, but everything is about selling. That pastor in front of you who is preaching, he's selling. That evangelist who is going around, they're selling. Knowledge, wisdom, virtue, value. If you're a banker, you are selling your products and services. If you're a lawyer, you are selling. Okay. If you're a politician, you are selling your political ideas. See, life is about selling. Selling is the great. See, selling is not about product. Selling is uncovering the value of something so that someone will be willing to have that thing. Uncovering. So it's like the thing is closed and is covered, and you try to uncover the value of something to someone. But that is not what you would do, because yours is not to do that, because yours is just telling the person you have good news. We would do that uncovering for you whilst you learn and watch for the next 1 year. The other incomes, okay, 2 to 7, the income number 2 to 7, these are crazy income. Cycle earnings. You are making between cycle earnings, there are of two types. One is between $20 and $200,000. The other is between $50 and $500,000. Depending on how you work, you'll be getting that. Okay. And then you can have generational income, which is here. Generational income is 2.5% of the incomes others are earning. You see, the system works in such a way that these monthly incomes, you are paid even if you did not do a lot. You are paid a lot of them because several other people who are working within that same system, whatever they are doing, the company will pay you because you are in their team. You have one gigantic team in Africa. Once you are in the team, you will do well. I'll give you an example. Suppose you have sponsored, okay, 10 people, and I have sponsored 100 people. All the 100 people I have sponsored will be added to your 10 people if you are in that same system. And that means that you will be paid not on your 10 people alone monthly, but you'll be paid on your 110 people. In fact, you will be paid separately on your own 10 people. That is a $50, $50, $50 times 10. And then in addition, you'll be paid the 10 plus 100 people. Even if you don't know the 100 people, it's a powerful system. It's a system where Facebook is using. I'll give you an example. Facebook, when the man set up, Mark Zuckerberg, when he set up Facebook, he didn't keep that Facebook to himself and then share only his family pictures with his family members. Facebook is an album. Facebook is like an album, a video album or a picture album. But what Mark Zuckerberg did was to give you the opportunity to do the same thing he is doing. Give you, and eventually he has given that to 3.5 billion people. That is why he is a billionaire. You'll also get cycle match income. This is crazy. It's one of the craziest income that I get. Okay? And this alone, this cycle match income alone is more than my salary. Ladies and gentlemen, until what we know becomes what we do, we don't know anything. Because the evidence of knowledge is resolved. You cannot be a lawyer and be broke. You cannot be a professor and be broke. You are a professor of knowledge. You cannot be broke because you have knowledge. Because lack of knowledge, my people perish. So if you say you have knowledge, you should not financially perish. Now, if you are financially perishing, it means that you don't have accurate knowledge. You don't have proper knowledge that will help you to navigate around the problem. You are struggling. It means that knowledge is fake. And many people live in that. King Solomon said it, because knowledge itself is accumulation of the truth. Foolishness is abandonment of the truth. Knowledge is accumulation of the truth. Understanding is the assimilation of the truth. Wisdom is application of the knowledge. And so wisdom is the ability to see what is obvious when it's a secret. And we teach you all of these. Beyond even the income is nothing. There's a book by Daniel Pink. It's called Drive. When you get it, read, drive. That book says that if income or anything external is the reason why you are doing something, you have failed. If the essence should be intrinsic, not extrinsic, it should be internal. So when your internal momentum is there, it's powerful. But when your internal momentum is not there, it's dead. There's an African proverb that says that when there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. And please, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when we talk about income, some people have a negative connotation attached to income. They think money is evil. Money is not evil. It's the love of it. And the love of it is the God of it. And the love of money could be the same as the love of football. The love of money is the same as the love of football. The love of money could be the same as the love of buildings. The love of money could be the same as the love of loving your wife too much. The same thing. But when you love your wife too much, you can do things that is wrong that you can't tell the person, and you might not want to tell the person. You do not have restraint on it. The same thing, food can be love. You can have the love for food, which is still bad because moderation sustains life. Gluttonous profusion leads to self-strangulation. So there's nothing wrong with money. The same way there's nothing wrong with your mobile phone. But you can use your mobile phone to hit somebody, the person will die. You can use knife to hit someone. The knife you used to prepare the stew yesterday, you can pick up that knife and you can kill somebody with it. The knife is not evil. The mobile phone is not evil. The money is not evil. Where is the evil? Inside you. You are evil. If you drive recklessly and you go and kill two people at the back seat, the car is not evil. You are evil. Evil resides in the heart of man. It's not in the knife or in the mobile phone or in the money. So if you are already evil and money comes into your hand, you are worse. But if you're a good person and money comes into your hand, others will be blessed by virtue of your wealth. That is why God added it to King Solomon's knowledge and wisdom. King Solomon didn't request for it, but God gave it to him because wisdom is proved righteous by its wealth. King Solomon said it. In Ecclesiastes chapter 7, he told about a city that was delivered by a poor wise man. And when the man has delivered the city, instead of him being made a king, he wasn't. And King Solomon said, and that man died, a poor man. His wisdom was even forgotten. Yes, wisdom is powerful, but it depends on which head is carrying that wisdom. It's very necessary to understand this. So God wants you to have more. That is why the air is abundant, the land is abundant, the sea is abundant, the rivers are abundant. You got to have more. Having more will not make you bad. Sometimes necessity is necessary, but it doesn't make you bad. If you are bad already, you are bad already. Jesus had more, but he's not bad. Adam had more, but he's bad. How much do you start GotBackUp with? $119.97. You see, this knowledge of income is something that man must understand. You have to understand before you even start this project, because you're about to do well here. And we need to dissipate that programming that we have been programmed to think that something is bad when it's not really so. So we will teach you, we will mentor you and guide your thought process. And you will see it from every book, from the scriptures. You will see that you need to have it. You need to have a lot of air. You need to have air. You need to have food, plenty. Genesis chapter 2, verse 11. God put gold in the Garden of Eden. So 119 is how you start GotBackUp. 119. That's how you start GotBackUp. That's all. That's all for a whole year. By the end of that year, you would have made so much more dependent on how you listen and learn and act. It's not going to be simple. It's not going to be rosy. People will even laugh at you. But if you can stomach ignorant people's idea, like I did, they will see you and they'll be happy for you. You will learn things. You will have your own specialized link. All of these things are free here. You will get your own email system. You will use your own intelligent AI system. to run your project and generate leads by yourself. You will have this online presentations. There are several more. You will have mentorship and coaching. Ladies and gentlemen, that alone is payable. Mentorship is the only legal shortcut to success. Mentorship. You will be trained, you will train yourself. There are 189 courses you will learn for free. That will elevate your mental consciousness and will bring you closer to the knowledge acquisition that will help you to be able to apply to so many areas of life, even away from this project. You get support. You get leadership support. You get trainings. You will develop your inside. You become more. You will do more. And you will have more in GotBackUp. That is GotBackUp. But there are risks. The risk number one is that if you do nothing, you will get nothing. If you do something, you will get something. If you do abundantly, you will get abundantly. You define your path. Because we have a service everyone needs. We have a project anybody can afford. But you define your path. Today is the start of your end and is the end of your start. You define what you want. And if you stay the point and take advantage of this, you will do well. Don't pass over this opportunity repeatedly, because that is the meaning of POUR. POUR is an acronym which stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. Don't pass it. Sometimes fear. You see, fear is an acronym which stands for false evidence appearing real. Fear is a reason why many people don't do the things they are supposed to do. They are afraid of taking chances. They are afraid. They ask themselves, what if I do and happens? They don't ask, what if I do and nothing happens? There is no risk in GotBackUp. Because let's assume you earn no money at all. Let's assume, which is impossible, unless you don't really want. But let's assume you don't earn anything at all. You will get a service that is superior to Dropbox. You get a service that is superior to Google Drive. You get a service that is superior to iCloud. You get that. Completely superlative service. And they will also not teach you. Let's say you don't even get money at all. You will still get mentorship. You get training. You get knowledge. You will build your inside before you build your outside. So it's up to you. Do you think now is the best time to back up your digital life? Do you think now is the best time to make some income? Do you think now is the best time to develop your knowledge and yourself? Or you think 2030 is the best time? Decide. The word decide ends with the word side, like suicide, like homicide, like genocide. You are about to make a decision of your life, a decision that can transform your life 365 days from now. Or a decision that will not transform your life at all. You see, deciding to do this is a decision. Deciding not to do this is also a decision. It's only a matter of the consequences of that decision will be clear 365 days from now. Let's get you started. You go all in before you go all out. Nothing moves until you move. Nothing will work until you work. Go and bring my hammer. Go and bring Osama. Go and bring Bawama or Nana or Obama. Nothing will work until we take a move. Sometimes you are afraid of entering into the car to drive, but you have to hold the steering wheel before you can do it. Sometimes you just have to take a start. Don't say that I need to know before I start. Sometimes you need to start before you know. There's Emerson, Paul Emerson, he said that you don't need power before you do something, but you do, then you get power from the doing. The audacity of hope, okay? Les Brown indicated a similar thing, the audacity of hope. You even if you have been told that you will have cancer and you will die, your mind will kill you before your time. You become what you think about most of the time, and what you think about expands all of the time. If you think negative, you will see negative. But if you think that this is positive, I will do it, whatever happens should happen, you will see positivity. Now let me show you some evidence. Okay, I'll show you some evidence related to GotBackUp. Okay, what is really happening? Okay, so when you first become a member of GotBackUp, you get a username and a password. Okay, and then you will log in. When you log in, you will get to this page here. And this is sort of a welcoming page that you will get to. You get a welcome from the CEO, and you get that. If you want to download the app, you can click on digital tools here and choose GotBackUp, and then choose use this tool. Okay, that's where you click. And once you do that, it will bring you here. I have backed up 28% of everything in my life. And you will do the same thing. Now, once you come here, you can scroll down and install it on your computer. So if you want to install it on your computer, you use this one. But if you want to install it on your mobile phones, either iPhone or Android phone, there's a memorandum of understanding between this software. They will allow you to do that. Okay. And then you can install it on all of this. Once you have installed it, you can automate it, and then it will back up all your life, everything, every day. But it's not just the backing up. I told you about the emailing system. So if you want to know about the emailing system, you can come here. Okay. In fact, mostly I don't show this one, but today I feel like showing a bit about the emailing system. So you click digital tools, and then at the bottom here, you click on lead capture system. Let me show you something. How to do bulk emailing, automated emailing, personalized emailing. Okay. So I have some in my own system. I have 724 people. This is it. Suppose I want to send a message to all of them at a go. It's very simple, very, very easy, very, very simple. All you got to do is I go to the top here, click message. I can do a broadcast. Okay? Click on broadcast. I'm about to send a broadcast. Or I can look at all my broadcasts. These are all my broadcasts I have sent. Okay? Those I have prepared. I can click send a broadcast, and it will go to all of them. Okay? It's going to open a page. When it opens that page, you will have the choice of selecting which specific group you want to send, or everybody you select everywhere. So once you select this, Italian, this French, this one, okay, every single person, you can move them to the right here. You give a title. Then you select any of these templates. There are several templates under show more. And then you can come here and type your message. Hello. And instead of mentioning the person's name, you will click here, insert global field. Okay. And then you click subscribers. And then you can choose full name. Now, the moment I click full name, this percentage information comes. You probably don't see it well. Let me zoom it. So this is it. So hello, subscribers, full name. I bring a comment. It has been a wonderful 2024. Okay, you can type whatever thing you want to type, okay, and put in your logos, everything. There are so many things you can insert. Okay. You can even say that I want you to check your phone. So suppose you want to say something related to their phone. Let's share something. And everybody's phone number will come, okay, or email or anything you want to say. And you can customize. You see, there's something here. Oh, let me show you. This is incredible. So you can customize something. Okay? So let's say that you have something that you have already customized. You can customize something, and then you can always put that there. Okay? So whatever thing that you want to customize, you can customize something. Let's say the person's mobile. So if you have customized mobile, check your mobile. And everybody, so if you try and put here, check your mobile, okay, that person's own mobile phone will pop in the message. And when the person sees it, the person will know that you're speaking to him himself. Meanwhile, you send that message to 1 million people. There are several ones. You can save some of them. You can automate. You can set some of them up. And then say that I want this one to go every time. This is the email analytics. It's AI. It's artificial intelligence. Okay. Now, the next thing you can do is you can go and look into your files you have actually downloaded. So uploaded. You've uploaded files. So once you click here, once you've uploaded, you click here, auto login. Auto login will take you to your cloud. Okay, I'm about to do that. Click on auto login. This one will come here. And this would have backed up, cloned my entire computer here. Okay. The last time it updated, you look at it, that was today. Today, 627 a.m. That was the last time, 2025, 0101. Okay. That's it. These are the information. Things I've deleted, things I've added, they are all around here. Okay. Now, where are the files? You can have files from your computer, so that is the computer one. Or you can have files from your mobile phone, that is a mobile phone one. Everything on the mobile phone is here. And then you can click and see everything that you have downloaded. Everything that I have downloaded, they are all here. Pictures, documents, videos, everything on my computer, on my phones are all here. You can now click on collaborate on the left side here, and then you can have access to specific things that you want to edit. And I'm about to show you some incredible collaborations here. So let's say that I want to have a Word document, okay? But I don't have a Word document even on my laptop. You can still use the Word that GotBackUp has for you for free. Okay? So let's say I want to get a document. I go to this section, I open the document, and this is a document. Okay? So I want to open a particular document. This is a document that I want to open. And I want to show you something, how I can collaborate with this very document. This is just a Word document. It can be any other thing. It can be picture, video, Excel, PowerPoint, PDF. You can collaborate in a unique way. So as an example, look at the message I've typed here. Okay. I've typed a message here. And what does the message say? I'll come back to the message. The message simply is titled, push this here. I can edit. And now I want to share this document with someone. So when you share it, the person's name will appear on the top right here. Okay? And then if the person is editing, I will see that the person is editing. And what is so beautiful is that I can edit along with the person when he is editing. I can edit as well. So the person will be editing and I can be editing the document. There are several plugins at the top. And what I'm about to show you might shock you. If you are doing a research, you can use Zotero, Mendeley. All of these are referencing techniques. If you want Thesaurus dictionary, you can use that. You can even speak to the thing for it to type anything you want to. So let's say that, in fact, let me just even say it myself. Okay. So let's say that I want to say something. Okay. Let us just say that I want to indicate to all of you that it is possible to do this project. I just said it, and you see it has written it. It just wrote what I said. Okay. Sometimes there might be a couple of typos, so it's okay, you have to, okay. But I said, let's just say. So that's it. Let's just say that I want to indicate to all of you that it's possible to do this project. It just typed what I indicated by speaking. Now, suppose this thing I have spoken, I want it to read it for me. You will click on that same thing. Oh. In fact, let me just go here to this second one. I want to read this information. I click on speech, I click on start.
It might not be a popular one, but we have to do it. Don't only be better without fighting for it. Take all the key actions.
Good. So that is just, I hope you guys were able to hear it. Did the sound come? Let me see. I hope. Oh no, you guys didn't hear it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me just do it again. Okay. So suppose I highlight this and then I want to read. Okay, but I don't want to read. I want the thing to read for me. You click on speech here and click on start. Please confirm.
Sometimes we have to take the hardest decisions. It might not be a popular one, but we have to do it to prove a point. Don't only hope that things will be better without fighting for it. Take all the key actions. Dig your well before you are thirsty.
Good. So you see, it has read everything that I have indicated it that it should read. And that is a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. So it can read. But suppose that I want to convert this thing to a language. So I can click on translator, and then I can select the language on the left here. And whatever language I select, I'll get. Suppose I want to convert this thing to Twi. I click on this, I type Twi. Okay, and then I'll get the information in Twi. And that is the information. Okay, of course, remember, it doesn't read Twi. Okay, but the Twi is here, everything is here. Etomribia, SSA yesi dinaya, emu adensin bia. Bia enye nyankrofo ani gye ho. Nanso ese ye e de kire se asem ebi eye nokware. Emma enye nidaso se niema beye ye a wonko emma nonko. Ye niema titiro no nyina. Okay, so you can convert. If the tree is not sweet for you, you can convert this to Ukrainian language. If Ukrainian language is not good for you, you can convert it to Somalian or Chinese Mandarin or Sango or Portuguese or Brazil. Like you can do any language, all of them at the same time. The collaboration is insane. Okay? But there's more. You can use this GotBackUp and encrypt your files, encrypt your data, protect your files, protect your data. And you can even chat with someone. So whilst you are editing, you can do the editing here, stop, the person will continue the editing. If the person is editing, you can see the rest of the information down here. You can click chat, and then you can say, are you seeing it? And once you click, are you seeing it? The information goes, the person will see it here, the person will type his own, you can see it. And while you are both editing the same document, it's incredible. You can combine files, combine documents, and so many things. When you are done and you want to save, you can save the thing in so many ways. You can click file, and you can save it as a doc file, as a PDF file, ODT file, okay, OTT file, RFT file, text file, MB2, EPUB, HTML, JPEG, PNG. You can save it in all of these formats. Ladies and gentlemen, the kind of things GotBackUp does, it goes beyond cloud storage. And many people are yet to see the value. We have a project, we have a value, we have a service. The rest is to you. You are the differentiator. You got to believe in this project. You got to believe in the service. You got to believe in you, especially, because you are the only thing that makes the difference. Tell your friends, tell your families. See, as long as we have this mobile phone, as long as we have this phone, anywhere in the world, people have phone. And as long as people have phone, it's only a matter of time for them to know about this. No one is going to go anywhere. People will run after you. I'm telling you, people will run after you. Be proud of what you have. Chest out, shoulder high. Okay, don't let anyone deceive you and think that this is a joke. This is not a joke. 148 countries in the world. It's not a joke. Sustainability. Somebody said, is this sustainable? Of course it's sustainable. Why? Because the mobile phone is never going away. If this is not sustainable, Facebook is not sustainable. Twitter is not sustainable. Dropbox is not sustainable because they are all together. It's all about data. Everything about Facebook is data. So this is solid. Artificial intelligence has even just begun in a full swing. Artificial intelligence relies on data. This is sustainable. Somebody says that, I nearly bought an app recently to read my PDF file. You can do it there. Okay. So this is good, ladies and gentlemen. This is good. And keep understanding what you have. You see, when you don't have an understanding of what you have, that is when you begin to doubt yourself. Doubt kills all dreams. Doubt, it kills all dreams. Forget about whatever goal that you have this year. If you have doubt, if you continue to sow the seed of doubt into your coconut, everything that you have in mind will be gone. And that is what kills people. You know what the true people who do well in life, you know what they do? They take action. They do it. They start. They tell themselves, I will do it. Yeah, I'll do. Whatever happens should happen. After all, what has not happened before? They take the deliberate, conscious decision, and they do it. In 2004, Facebook was established. Only 2 people listened to Mark Zuckerberg in Harvard dormitory. It was 4th February 2004. A little close to 25 years ago. Today, the people are not 3. There are 3.5 billion people. When Jeff Bezos, okay, began to deal with the Origin, which is similar to SpaceX that Elon Musk is doing, people said it's fake. He said he wants to take, flight to the moon, commercial flight. People said it's a joke. I have the video there. Just during the COVID, that commercial flight was flying $100,000, $200,000 is what people were paying. Doubt kills dreams. Doubt destroys hopes. Doubt kills. You hope You hope that this year is going to be wonderful, right? And yet you doubt. You are disrupting that hope. Do this and do it with speedometer. Do it so fast, so quick, so deliberate, so conscious, and negative people will come to you. Be so positive that negative people don't want to come closer to you. Because you are the average of the 5 people you associate yourself with. If you continue to listen, there are some people in your life, you have to cut them off. Yeah, you got to cut them off. These people are not helping you to progress in life. They are not helping you to become better. Associate with positive thinkers. Yes, high-minded, positive, thinkers. Such people will spur you on. They will tell you. See, let me tell you this thing. This thing I'm telling you, if Bill Gates was sitting down in the crowd here, you'll be clapping. If Mark Zuckerberg was sitting in the crowd here, you'll be clapping. I'm telling you, they will all be clapping. If Dangote was sitting down here and watching me talk, you'll be clapping. The people who do well, they take action. It's not because they have money. No. See, money is a demotivator. Money is not the reason why you are not going to do this. The reason why you're not going to do this is not about money. It's about doubt. Because if they should call you right now and they tell you that your mother is not well, they need an emergency, $120 to bail her, else she's going to die, or to take her out of the surgery, else she's going to die. You will do whatever you can to save your mother by getting the money. It's not about the money, but that is because you believe that your mother must live. It's about doubt. When you doubt things, then money becomes a stumbling block. I'm telling you, that is why the rich continue and the others also continue. Have you heard a statement that says that some people, whatever they touch turns to gold? It's not that it turns to gold, because they want to touch it. They want to touch it and touch it well. But some people, they want to touch, but they are not touch. They want to touch, but they are not touch. It's doubt. So it doesn't turn to gold. It always turns to sand. They are in it, but their heart is not in it. A person might even decide to do this, and then he will still start, and he will not do it. He will not do it like he's supposed to be done. He's touching, but he's not touching. Do this and do it with your everything. Teach others. Tell the world. Be proud of what you have. You see, somebody made that mobile phone and you are using it. It's your turn to also tell people to use a cloud storage, because by the time, 5 years time, 6 years time, 7 years time, when people are rushing to use this thing, you will be among the creme de la cremes. We have just a little over 1,000 people in Africa. GotBackUp is in few countries. We just began. We've not gone anywhere. We just started. And yet people are already making 3-4 times their salary. But that is not even the most important. The people are becoming better. By the time, Africa has just a little over 1,000 people. By the time 1 million people have become part of GotBackUp in Africa, by the time 2 million people, 100 million people have become part of GotBackUp in Europe, where will you be? Where do you think that will push you to? Let's go tell the world. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone here is wise. And the wise, they take the fastest action ever. Thank you so much indeed for being on this call. It's been a pleasure having you. Okay, let's be happy that we have this. Let's be grateful to God that we have this, because 365 days from now, you will look back today and you will remember your pain no more.